Harley Riggins and Space Cowboy Jax Predley promo. Chuey. Ay, pobrecito Chuey. I don't have the pic. I have it right here. Wearing a velvet red crushed jacket. Does not fit him. He's talking to Gnarly and Jackson.
About this.
Oh, what was that? What was that, Cardella?
I said I thought we weren't talking about Chuey on the Evolve podcast anymore.
Yeah, and I told you I own the podcast. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about Chuey Martinez.
I'm being overruled.
You know what's funny about my podcast is a button I called mute the mic. There we go. I just muted it. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Chuey Martinez is talking to Gnarly and Space Cowboy. Space Cowboy is like, oh, what are your chances against Adrenaline Drip? Oh, those guys, they're just for the money and everything, like all for the flashy stuff. You and I, we're the best thing there ever is, and a lot of flack. Coach, are they Diesel 1 and 2, or shall they be something great? Just on this promo alone.
I feel like their promo skills are better than I thought it'd be like. I feel like there's a lot more personality than just two buff dudes that I first expected them to be in that promo that was with Adrenaline Drip in the gym a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
So I definitely think there's something there. Like they feel already a lot better than teams like OTM for me at least. I feel like they're on a good track.
I don't know if Alex is saying anything or not.
Sorry, my audio left.
Okay.
To say, there's a guy called NXT Time with D-Walk. He is totally agreeing with you. I always hated OTM. Their promos are always in parking lots. They don't have a home. They always come out like 3 or 4 months out later saying that they've been in the mud. Where have you been for 3 or 4 months? Why do you keep popping up in parking lots?
Yeah.
Real.
Yeah, we've been in the mud grinding. We've been in the mud grinding. But you're not in the ring shining.
I like that too. I'm gonna clip that too. But EFD, your thoughts on the promo?
All right. Well, first, before we get to the promo, Coach, it's your guest here. There's a little animosity between Chuey and the Invisible Man for some reason. I don't know if you can see the hint of bias with him a little bit with Chuey, but anyway, Chuey, I actually thought the crushed velvet was actually looking clean. My only gripe was that the editing job is like that crushed velvet wasn't in the beginning of the show. That was the only thing. Is just took me out of it, but it was looking clean. And I actually never actually had a problem with Chuey. I actually like Chuey. The promo was okay and everything because since they're on Evolve, you have to allow them to come out on their own with their promo skills. So it wasn't terrible. It was okay. I could see what they were trying to do. They got the point across, so I'm like, it was okay for me and everything. But I don't know. The Crush Roller did look clean, I thought. But anyway.
Before we get to Cardi-M, I'm going to give you some context, Coach. While we started this episodes, and Terrell and CJ Wolfie, and this is all documented on the channel, every episode, I noticed a pattern with Chuey. He kept wearing denim all the time. And I knew these were pre-taped episodes, but like by the time we got to episode 16, I'm like, so that means you've been wearing these denim things for the last like 16 episodes. That means like 12 tapings. You've been wearing the same thing. So I posted it on Instagram and I actually said it like, why do you keep wearing the same thing over and over again? He responded in my DMs, and I will put that out later so that I'm not lying. I have 10 pairs of jackets and 25 shirts, da. Like just saying the point that I'm like, okay, fine. Then he says, why don't you buy me some clothes? Sir, I'm just a random person that's noticing that you're wearing the same thing over and over again. And ever since then, and EOD can contest to this, ever since I've been talking about that, once in a while, every other episode, he's not wearing a hat. He's not wearing a jacket. He's not wearing this. I'm like, huh. For a guy that has so many things, it's so different now that you're changing it up. And sure enough, out of nowhere, a red velvet crush jacket out of nowhere that doesn't even fit you, sir. Come on.
That was unnecessary.
It doesn't fit him. I had a dad that had the same build as him. I'm like, bro, I know when that shit doesn't fit. I'm sorry. I know. My dad would tell me all the time, like, that doesn't fit me, but it looks cool without me buttoning it. I'm like, all right, I respect that. But Cardi M, go.
Yes. My thoughts on this promo. Remind me who he was interviewing again. Oh yeah. Okay.
There you go.
Okay. So here's the thing. He warned me before I even got to this segment that he was gonna comment on Chewy's outfit, and when I was watching the segment, I wasn't paying attention to Chuey. The first thing I noticed was Harley Riggins and like the fact that I liked his outfit and the whole greasy hair thing he has going on. Like it's very 80. I don't know what I'd imagine 80s Undertaker, but I don't really know.
90s Diesel. That's exactly what he had. 90s Diesel.
Okay. Well, yeah. So I was more interested in that, and then I looked over and I noticed the red jacket. I mean, it's bold. It stands out, but that's all I have to say about it. Yeah. And the promo overall it was standard. I'm excited about this tag team, honestly, after seeing the match. But I'll leave it there.
Before we get to you, Terrell, I wanted to add the note that the Space Cowboy Jax Presley had a beautiful lightning earring. We don't know if he had two, but he had one. So that's all we saw was like beautiful hair. And by the way, I want to put this out, this coach 2 weeks ago when he came out in the promo with talking against Adrenaline Drip. I think it was the week after that. He came out and his hair was like they did a bad perm job. We talked about it. What a coincidence. A couple weeks later that he's all greased up and hairy. Coincidence. But Terrell and TJ Wolfie, thoughts on Gnarly and the Space Cowboy? 4 cowboys in Evolve, by the way. 4.
Yeah. 4. Yeah. We have 4 different cowboys now. Different interpretations. And I think it's pretty cool. We should probably talk about that. But yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. You know, the promo, it worked. You know, they both had, chemistry. They said what they needed to say. And as far as with Gnarly Riggins, he kind of gave me like with the wet hair, kind of like that Jeff Hardy kind of feel.
The Triple H too.
Yeah, and Triple H.
Yeah, Triple H vibes for me.
Yeah.
We'll taste of Diesel as well.
Oh yeah.
But the promo was pretty decent too. And they up and coming, so they did pretty good for their little first promo together. So yeah, it was pretty decent.
All right, I give you
Nice
that.
Jacket, oh, I said nice jacket, Chewy.
He looked good.
Again, I don't hate you, Chewy, but what a surprise. I used to make fun of your hats. You don't wear hats anymore. And again, Coach, I will say this now in front of you as record. When he popped out on the Triple Mania event that came out on YouTube, that was the best interviewer that I've seen from him ever. I said that. You guys know this.
He gave him props.
Yep.
He gave props.
He gave that was awesome. He was actually asking questions and boom, but he comes over here. Come on, legacy. Like, no, dude. There's like 100 people here. They've been here for 4 hours. Okay.
Yeah.
Let them cheer
Like,
whatever they want to cheer.
Yeah. Stick to being an interviewer, not a hype man.
Anyway.
This is not Wrestling Society X Chewy.
I still think I want to see the Invisible Man interview Chewy. I want to see that.
I want to interview Chewy.
Man.
That's a lot of cool things.
We need to
I would definitely watch that for sure.
We'll say no because I have to give him money for pants. But either way, it doesn't matter.
You should wait. You should swerve. You should swerve, Chewy. Have EOE say he's going to interview him. Or no, sorry. Yeah, one of you say you're going to interview him, and then you randomly pop up.
That would work too.
I would love to get an interview with
Puerto Rican
too.
And Chewy's a Puerto Rican. And like, hey, I'm a fellow Puerto Rican. You can't run away from that. Come on, mamo. Just you and me. Just mano a mano.